So this flute um, is called shakuchi, and basically it's a Zen flute design. Um, it's pretty easy to make. I recommend this before I told you not to buy, you know, technological instruments. I mean, this is very crude, early technology, so you can, in a way, this if you are going to play something, just build this by yourself. It's pretty good. Um, so I want to talk about briefly um, the fear and hate that we have, because I think everyone agrees we have too much. All these negative emotions, jealousy, fear, hate is paralyzing. Most of the time, paralyzing emotions. Um, I want to highlight some fact, some uh, uh, rule in a way of the universe, that the existence, um, coming from yin and yang. We can say that a bad thing is actually too much of a good thing. So instead of looking at bad things and hating on them, um, coming from this fear response, uh, we can take a more level headed, um, more holistic view, and approach to our problems, even existential problems. It can be uh, politics, these theater games, etc. Uh, all types of things in your personal life, or it can be veganism, what's going on with the animals, being exploited, murdered, all these type of things. I think you can just uh, step back, take a deep breath, and see it as what it is. And what it really is, when I put it this way, you can tell me that you are distorting um, the truth, because horrible things are happening. Yes, but it is basically too much of a good thing. Let me explain. Yin and yang balance, right? Actually, there is no such thing as good or bad. There is only balance. So we call this balance good, and anything out of balance is basically um, unwanted, bad. Um, so I give this example with pests, so-called pests. So let's say, think about an ecosystem and all types of insects, organisms living in harmony there. Unwanted pests, weeds don't exist there because everything, evolved over millions of years. So this is like a rainforest, let's say, right? It's like, or coral reefs, pretty healthy ecosystem. And then uh, it is disturbed one way or another. It can be agriculture, etc. One or multiple types of technology disturbs ecosystems. Technology disturbs balance. That's the definition of technology. That's why we are against technology. And as a vegan, if you are vegan and listening, also you need to realize that you are actually deep down against technology, but you just selected this field of animal exploitation, and just ignored the rest, um, unfortunately. But you need to, again, take a deep breath, step back, and see it as what it is really, what you are really against. Right? So I'm just, with this YouTube channel, basically, I'm trying to achieve that, to make you see what you are really against. You are not against those people that you hate, let's say, right? You are not against those people that you are angry, or these governments, or animal exploitation, etc. Deep down, if you want to put in one word, you are against technology. against this out of balance behavior. So let's go back to this pest, so-called pests. A farmer might hate on them. They might say, I hate these pests, these insects, these organisms, these weeds coming out. I hate them. I don't want to see them. I'm very angry, just destroying everything. Pests, putting toxins, etc., making things worse. So instead of doing that, if the farmer they were wiser, they will just step back, take a deep breath, look at it. They will realize this was an insect, let's say, that was living in harmony in the ecosystem. It was a beneficial part of the ecosystem, and I disturbed the ecosystem, and now this ecosystem went out of balance. It's not just the fault of this insect, the whole ecosystem. If we are going to blame, we need to blame the whole ecosystem that is out of balance, that can't keep this insect in check. And then you need to realize you did something, right? The farmer, we can then blame the farmer. Why did you disturb the balance, right? You are behaving now. The farmer is behaving like the pest, right? And then you apply the same logic to the farmer then that you apply to the insect. You would say, okay, the farmer is also living in a disturbed ecosystem. That's why he or she is behaving this way. So who to blame? As we realize, we shouldn't be blaming basically the insect. Is too much of a good thing. The insect was good in that ecosystem. Now it's too much of a good thing. Similarly, when you have these imbalances, these novelties, let's say, trying new things faster and faster, I mean, even if you don't want to uh, change, things will change anyway. I mean, what's the rush? What's this, uh, you know, uh, effort, huge effort to change very fast and improve things in a way that in an unnatural way, controlling things. I mean, what's the rush, right? And once you realize these things, um, of course, it doesn't mean that be passive and don't defend yourself. It means always keep the balance in your focus so you can make sane decisions because it's all about the balance. So if you use your natural instincts without keeping this in mind, it can lead you in wrong ways, in more disruption. Because our natural instincts, they work in natural settings. Out of nature, we are fish out of ocean. We still have uh, some connections to nature, so we can use our instincts. But apart from that, we need to keep this concept, this wisdom, to be able to, within our best means, try to find this balance. Because they want us fearful, they want us hateful, they feed on this. The disturbance, the technological civilization basically, depends on the destruction of these harmonies, depends on the imbalance. It is the imbalance. So they want us um, out of balance. They want us fearful, hateful, and paralyzed. They want us blinded by these instincts, these negative instincts. But if we only have these ones, we can't go anywhere. That means we are not that intelligent. We don't deserve to continue. We will just go away, and something will replace us. So instead of this, as it's short, but it has been already 10 minutes. I will finish soon. So basically, instead of this, you can um, see it as a whole. Keep in mind what I said, and if you want to reduce it to one sentence, to keep in mind, so you can be more compassionate in a way, more holistic. You can say, this bad thing that I'm seeing is too much of a good thing, and it needs to be healed, right? One way or another. Okay, so thank you very much for listening, and I hope this made some sense and it was helpful, I hope. Um, and I said I'm not going to prepare any more videos because I was thinking that if you're not going to share my documentary or my book, all these, important, very crucial things, what's the point of me doing these videos and preparing? I was thinking that there is, no point uh, if humanity doesn't get it. Like if humanity doesn't have the potential to get it and share this wisdom by itself, because everything must come from within. We heal. I can't force healing on humanity, right? It needs to heal within itself. So I'm just realizing and just putting this out. And if it doesn't catch up and, you know, uh, heal by itself, um, then there's no point. But then I realized that even small difference, even just one person, two-person that gets it, uh, it might be something. I don't know, And also realize maybe there is a threshold that we need to push. Um, so it's like, you need to water the seed until it just pops up, the threshold that the seed decides to opens up or to open up, right? Such type of things. But it's not very straightforward, as we said in disturbance. It's difficult to figure things out, but if we keep the balance at our focus, it would be very beneficial. So go vegan, uh, watch my documentary, read the book. They are on my YouTube channel, and be against technology because we said it is too much of a good thing.